part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
Run, William, run! He's got blockers in front. 5, touchdown! Joshua Cribbs turns disaster into a score! Kick blocked! They blocked the kick!
All right, before we get started, I need to talk to you guys about DraftKings. Who are the pretenders and who are the contenders? Well, we're talking playoffs, baby! And DraftKings Sportsbook is still pumping out unbeatable offers every single game. And new customers can bet just $5 on anything to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. And DraftKings is not stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game day. So get in on the football action with DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NFL. Just download the app now and use code P3Browns. New customers can bet just $5 on anything to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code P3Browns. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles, 21 and over, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football. Terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Tyvis. Do you know where we're going?
Yeah, I know where we're going.
Where are we going?
Playoffs.
That's right.
Playoffs.
That's where we're going.
Are you talking playoffs? The Browns are in the playoffs, man. Oh man, it's been two seasons, 2, 3.
It was the 2020 season. 2 seasons,
so 3
since
seasons. Man,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. This has just been a magical season. You know, it's like when you just think about this team. Like I said, it's so easy to root for them, man. Just the things that they've overcome. All of the storylines that's happened over the course of this season, the up and down this. But you know what the crazy thing is? I think the longest losing streak they had this year was a 2-game losing streak. So, you know, they was able to bounce back, you know, after the couple of losses that they had. And then you start thinking about just the fact that they've clinched and that, well, we still at this moment don't know exactly who we're going against, but the conference that we're going against, we beat all 3 of them. So you feel really good in that department there. And then you think about just the teams that's at the top of the NFL. We've beat 2 of the teams up there, the Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco, both who clinched the number 1 seed. So it's there. You know, this team has a bunch of confidence, you know, and going into this postseason, they know they can be successful. They've already beaten, you know, a lot of these teams. And a lot of the times, actually, the teams that they beat that's still in the playoffs, they didn't even have Joe Flacco. So it's really a whole different thing. Yeah. Like these teams, I have to prepare differently for them because they don't know what Joe Flacco brings to the table because they never got a chance to play against him. Maybe Baltimore do because obviously he was in their organization. Right. But it's a very exciting time, man. That Thursday night game was electric. Oh my gosh, it was so much energy in there. That's has to be hands down the best atmosphere that I've been a part of NFL wise, man. Yeah. Cleveland came and showed out for the Browns that day, and it was a really good game. And they really it started off, not gonna lie, first drive, you know.
Yeah, and you were nervous. You were texting me before the game.
When they let them score. Yeah. I was like, whoa, they only got one job. Stop number 20. We got this. And yeah, they ended up figuring it out, and we was able to chill in the fourth quarter. So did you see Joe Flacco falling asleep?
Yes. Let me tell you this, man. I cannot wrap my head around him. Like, he is just the most simple yet, like, he's very, like, superhero-ish of just, like, he's, like, this normal guy, you know, on the streets. Like, there was pictures floating around over the weekend and he was just, like, at Pinecrest on the east side.
He was wearing that same pullover. He has the man came with one suitcase. He put one pullover in there, and he's worn it to the games.
Yeah.
He's worn it to Dunkin' Donuts to get some coffee in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing it at Pinecrest. It's just that's his thing.
That's his
okay,
thing.
We need to. I think as a fan base, we all need to chip in and get him another pullover.
Or we all need to wear the same one. I mean, I got some old, and you know what? The fleece is so old on that thing that he's wearing. You know how when you've worn a fleece so much that it gets like that thin, like grainy feel of a fleece when it's old? That is, that's what that looks like, because he's worn the shit out of it. Like it's unlike anything I've ever seen. The beard on his neck beard goes all the way down. I don't even care anymore. It's fine. He can rock that thing for the rest of his life, every game, if it means we're gonna win.
That bothered
It did in the beginning. I was like, if I have one complaint about Joe Flacco, it's the neck beard and the interceptions. But regardless, I'm okay. I'm okay with it now. No, I mean, I saw a report today that it's like this is the closest in the locker room that the team has been, and you know, they don't even know how long. And obviously, winning makes a big difference with that. But that culture has been trying to change, as we know, for a long time. We've talked about it every week for the last 2 seasons, at least between you and me. So it's something special, and no one can really put their finger on it. And I think that's what's even crazier. It's not like, and because it's not supposed to, it's supposed to make more sense than it does, and it just doesn't. But in a great way, it's amazing. And this would be the year, like this would be the year that the Browns actually make it as far as they've made it, and it would be with him, and it would be with this like cast of characters and like Next Man Up. And I'll tell you, it's super exciting. If they're going to Baltimore, if they do, I think we got to go, Tyvis.
You're going to go to Baltimore?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think it'll be a lot of Browns fans there, and it'll be...
Maybe I wonder, do this. Maybe we need to do a road trip.
If they go to Baltimore, right, does Baltimore play a tribute video to them? No,
because have they already done that? That's probably a good question to see. Or you're like any recognition, you're saying like really at all, any recognition of him?
Yeah, I mean, look, the man won y'all a Super Bowl, so like...
I mean, they had to have done something in the past, but like this would be something, because I want to say, obviously, I want to say no, because it's the Browns. And I don't think that they'd even waste their time.
Well, I'm curious to know, since he's left Baltimore, has he even played Baltimore?
I don't think so. Huh.
So they owe it to him. They owe him a video. So look at that.
I don't think they do, but I don't know if they will.
Why not?
Because he's playing with the Browns, and it's
so what?
I don't know. It'd be
LeBron. Every time LeBron comes to Cleveland, they play the video.
But did they the first time he was back?
When Kyrie came back, they played the video. So,
well, the first time LeBron left Cleveland,
he didn't win a championship.
That's
the
true.
First time he left.
That's true.
No, but you say that it doesn't make sense. It kind of makes sense a little bit as far as, well, they're definitely going against all logic. They say that if you lose your franchise quarterback, you really have no shot. They've overcome that.
Right.
If you lose your best player on offense, Nick Chubb, you shouldn't be able to come back from that, but they've done that. So they say that if you have a bunch of turnovers, you're not supposed to win games, and they somehow, some way keep doing that. So they have overcome a lot of historical logic when it comes to football this year. So you don't know. It's such a wild card with them. But I do believe that going into the playoffs, I still believe that they are one of the most dangerous teams because of the fact that they have a next man up mentality. You would think coming into the game, if we stop Amari Cooper, we're good to go. But so many guys have stepped up. Elijah Moore, obviously, though, he's hurt. He had the concussion, but hopefully he's back, which I think he put out a tweet today saying something about,
I rocked that jersey. For better or worse.
He was having a good game, too.
I know.
He was balling. He was
I
balling.
know.
Anyways,
I know.
he got Elijah Moore stepping up. You got Njoku stepping up. You got all these guys. Jerome Ford had a really good game, which I've been waiting to see that run game for the past few weeks, and he had a really good game. So there's been so many guys that stepped up and made plays that's making it hard to just key in on one guy.
Yeah.
Because you can get hurt in other ways. And then defensively, they're just clicking on all cylinders. I mean, even Ronnie Hickman, go Bucks. Right out there with the biggest play, things start to get stagnant a little bit, and boom, he gets a pick six and sparks the whole stadium up. And that's the thing, when you get behind that energy from them fans, man, it's like you could do anything. When you feel that energy, especially with the Browns with the dog pound, like it's feel like you just indestructible, and that's just how they carried themselves for the rest of that game. It's sad that we can't get a home game, but maybe with some way somehow we bet Buffalo go out there, or whoever the six seed is, go out there and win some games. Who knows? Maybe we will get an AFC Championship game in Cleveland. Which, could you imagine? An AFC Championship game in Cleveland? Wow. But yeah, it's a really good season. Kevin Stefanski, they probably should wipe the board on awards, postseason or regular season awards, as far as defensive player of the year, coach of the year, assistant coach of the year. The comeback player of the year thing, that's the one that's, because he didn't get hurt. Usually when you come back, like you got hurt the year before, he didn't get hurt.
So wait, was Baker, because I saw that Baker was up for it too. Was he hurt last year?
Did Baker get hurt last year?
I didn't think so.
Was he with the Rams? Wasn't that the Rams season last year?
No, before he was with the Bucks last season, because that was the first season that Tom was gone, right? Last season? He
was with the Bucks. No.
Yeah, he replaced Tom.
He wasn't with the Bucks last year, was he?
Yeah, he was with the Rams, and he was with the Panthers and the Rams the same season. Right.
Yeah, he finished last year with the Rams.
He did? And then this year was his only first year with the Bucks?
Yeah, he's only had 1 year with Tampa Bay. This is his only year with Tampa Bay.
Wait, no. That's impossible, because...
It's not. I'm looking at it. What do you mean? I'm looking right at it.
I thought he sat behind... When did Tom Brady leave the league? What was his last season?
Last year, wasn't it?
No, it was more than that.
He retired and he unretired, didn't he? Wasn't that last year? Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady jokes on Instagram that he almost unretired before NFL season, only downside to 2023. So 2022. Oh, so okay, so it was the end of. Okay, he did. I guess he did last year. I don't know why I thought that was 2 years ago. I was convinced that was 2 years ago.
I'm gonna let you just fight the fight, but I'm trying to tell you, I'm looking right at it.
So this is Baker's first season. Yeah, so he wasn't hurt either.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So he was posting about himself being the comeback player of the year.
I mean, he's a great candidate as well. I just don't. What are they coming back from?
Joe Flacco's coming back from a couch,
Yeah, that qualifies him.
It does.
So if that's the case, the Browns should sign me for this week. Let me go out there and have 9 picks in one game, and I should be up for comeback player of the year award. Right out the booth. Where you coming back from? The radio booth?
I mean, hey, why not? I'd vote for you if I had to say.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, Holly, how far do you really think that this team will go? I mean, let's just, for devil's advocate, let's say that their first round is against Houston Texans. How do you feel about that? Because I personally think that's who they're going to play, the Texans.
You think them over the Jags?
Yeah, I do.
I think it depends on CJ. I mean, I don't know what the latest is with his health.
He performed well last week. He did.
I haven't looked.
They won 26-3, and C.J. Stroud he was 24 for 32, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, 102 passer rating.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that, it's going to be the turnovers. That's going to be the biggest piece that the Browns have to, overcome and play smart. And I think with either of those teams, I feel confident because we've beaten them both. So, I mean, in that sense, I feel good about it. I think making it to the AFC Championship is definitely a possibility, and maybe winning the AFC Championship. I mean, we've beat all these teams, so we can do it. We have one in Baltimore. So I think at least through AFC Championship. That's what I'm thinking.
AFC
What about you?
So Baltimore against Baltimore, and I think that's everybody's pick, because I think that's kind of the way destiny and fate is trying to head towards. It's trying to get us Joe Flacco versus his former team. And obviously the headlines, you can write so many headlines for that game.
And the way the refs are this year, they'll make sure it happens.
Old Browns versus new Browns, all of this stuff. So,
yeah.
I mean, I like that. I tell you what, Baltimore is playing really good football
I mean, they beat up on Miami.
They last 2 weeks between San Francisco and Miami. It's definitely going to be a tough game. But the good news is that you've done it before. And what I'm learning, which, I mean, I'm not learning, I already knew this, that the physicality is what really helps you get over these teams. Some of these teams that may be more skillful than you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be more physical in those games. And I think I said it earlier on one of our podcasts. I think that's why the Browns' bodies is breaking down and so many people getting hurt, because they're not used to the physicality. We've been a finesse team, doing all these trick plays and outrunning people and stuff like that. I think this is the first year that they actually hitting people and being physical, and your body got to get used to doing stuff
and competing
like
this late in the season. You know what I mean? Like usually they're giving up. We're playing our last game. We're looking at the draft. It's going through emotions.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and 100%, they better rest them too. And I know people, well, they're clicking, they're on fire right now. Like, I don't think the flame's gonna go out if you miss. I'm not telling you not to practice. You're gonna practice and all that. The flame ain't gonna go out, and it gives you extra time to prepare and get your body right. So they definitely should rest those guys for that game. I know Cincinnati has nothing to play for, so why not? You need to get your young guys some reps, because, as you know, this is a next man up thing, and you need to find out. You need to get these guys ready, because you never know what might happen over the course of a playoff game. And on top of that, just dealing with our injury history, it seems like every single week somebody gets hurt. So why would you even put them on the field? It makes no sense to me.
Well, normally I feel like I'd be the one saying that, like, I would like them to play a little bit, but I actually agree with you for this one, because I do think that, I mean, if you put it in those terms of it being, our bye week hasn't been in how long, and if we're treating it like a bye week, in that sense, then, I don't see any harm. If anything, I see the positive of, rest for bodies is a very underrated thing. And you're right, these guys put themselves on the line literally every week. So I agree. I think that, normally I think I probably wouldn't, but I don't know. This is all new for us too. I mean, the COVID year was such a weird year. No one could go to the games. It was like people were dropping like flies with COVID. I mean, it was just kind of a free for all. And, with this, it is different. It is uncharted territory for us. At least I know for a fan of around my age of going through this, of like, what is the typical, we can see it, we can watch other teams do it, but we're not living through it. We're not sitting here. It isn't our team. So it's kind of weird, because I'm like, wait, no, like we are just like every other team that we watch every, early January, late January, maybe early February. And it's exciting.
What else is exciting, and what's the biggest difference between 2020 and this year? DraftKings. You can go on DraftKings now.
That's right. We can bet now in Ohio.
You can find out who the pretenders and who the contenders are, because we at the end of the season, and DraftKings Sportsbook is pumping out unbeatable offers every single game. New customers can bet just $5 on anything to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game. Right now, the line on this game, according to DraftKings, is the Browns under is 38.5. If I'm a betting man and I'm on DraftKings, I'm taking the under because they nobody is in this game. The Browns care. They're going to run the ball. They just want the game to be over with. And Cincinnati has nothing to play for. I don't think they care either. So with that being said, spam that under. Get in on the football action with DraftKings Sportsbook, and an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now and use code P3Browns. New customers can bet just $5 on anything to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbooks with code P3Browns. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. Please play responsibly. If you ain't got it, don't bet it. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles, 21 and older, age varies by jurisdiction, void in ONT. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility and deposit restriction, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Boom.
Get those bets in. Browns AFC champs.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going for right now. I would look it up, but we got things going on.
We got things going on.
Put your money down. Brown Super Bowl winners.
Can you even imagine what this place, this city, this town?
They have burned the city down.
It would.
Do you know? No, in all seriousness, it's like older people like that's still fighting to live to watch the Browns go to the Super Bowl. So like it would be a very emotional thing. I think a whole city would be out there hugging and crying.
Oh yeah.
You thought the Cavs parade was
it would be
shut downtown.
Yeah.
You got people coming from all over the country and come to this Browns with like this. They really are doing something where like the younger generation is like now proud to be Browns fans. You know, being a Browns fan is something that's inherited. You know, you only a Browns fan because your parents was a Browns fan and their parents was Brown fans and your grandfather and your great-great-grandfather, stuff like that. But you know, as a younger kid, you're like, well, they never won anything. They never win. So like, why do we be fans of them? So, you know, you got a lot of people that's jumping ship. Well, this season is bringing a lot of people back and making a lot of fans because of it's not just some beautiful story where it's like, oh, they got the best team and they just running through things. That's not the case. It's showing true Northeast Ohio type thing where you got to go out there and you got to grind. You got to work. You know, nothing comes easy. You got to go out there and fight every single day for everything that you got. And they literally are living that out. So just being a Clevelander, you're watching them and like, man, I can relate because I'm in that same boat every day. No matter what the circumstances is, I still got to find a way.
Yeah, totally.
So it's been this season has just been it's been a breath of fresh air. You know, it gives everybody in Cleveland hope. You know, just because you work a regular job, you know, you can still do really great things. You know, you just because things might go bad for you one day on the job, you know, it lets you know, like, listen, you continue to keep fighting. You know, you never know. You might grow up one day. You might get a promotion. You might be the boss one day. So it's a lot of different melodies and just similarity things that's going on with not just the football team, but like everyday life as a Cleveland person.
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot to relate to. And, you know, that's how you know that it's real and it's magical and it's something that is not a fluke. And like how we're, you know, we keep saying, and I just did, like, how are we here? Like, how did this happen? And, you know, I think they're finally proving and exuberating those traits, those things that we've been asking them to for a long time of fighting through, not giving up, creating a good culture, being focused on football first, being there for your teammates, putting in the work, all of these things, and that goes not even just for the players, but for Stefanski, for Andrew Barry, and the office, of just making all the right moves, making the right decisions, staying patient and not giving up, and and being smart and adjusting. I mean, there's just so much that needed to happen, and everything is kind of coming together. It's awesome. And we almost don't know. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with myself, because I don't try to act accordingly here as a playoff fan. And it's crazy.
It really is. When I sit back and I reflect on it, it's just the past 4 years. I think a lot of people forget this fact. This was Andrew Barry's first time as a GM, and this was Kevin Stefanski's first time as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of mistakes that's been made over their 4 years. But that's with anything that's brand new. You gotta, they learning on the way too. But the good thing is that they're learning from their mistakes and they're not repeating the same mistakes.
Right.
So that lets me know that they're headed in the right direction and they're really good for the job. And it's finally like a breath of fresh air to have some stability.
Mm-hmm.
We so used to a revolving door where GM get fired, head coach get fired. After a couple of seasons, we looking for a new head coach. And it was just so many times that was just our thing. Like, we were just programmed to think, after 2 years, if it's not working, we got to get rid of them and start over.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why with the Kevin Stefanski thing, I was one that I fought hard for this. I fought hard for this. And I don't even know the guy. I met the guy one time. Really cool guy. He got some good fashion, by the way, too. Really good guy. He actually knew me, which is crazy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I know, right? He must listen to the Browns radio. He must have seen me.
What do you mean? You probably listen to Orange is Oranger, Tyvis. Come on.
He was like, "Yeah, I know who you are." I said, "What?" Anyways, yeah, but I defended this man because I was like, I see the potential. And I told you the one thing about him that I really respect was that he took the bullet for everything. He would clearly as day, you could see that it's a player that made a mistake. And any other coach would probably go out there and be like, you know what? Don't know why he did that. It was messed up, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And throw the player under the bus. He was always the one, like, that's on me. It starts with me. Yeah. I got to get better. And everybody started making jokes about it. Like, he's going to say the same thing in his press game conference. He goes, it's on me. It starts with me. I have to be better. But, like, you don't understand as a player what that does. Like, he clearly could just throw me under the bus and tell me I suck, and the whole world can know that I suck, and I'll get messages from Twitter and all this stuff blaming me and all that. But to have a guy that protects you and be like, you know what? I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure they know it's on me just to protect you. Like that, I'll play hard for that guy. I'll run through a wall for that guy because that means he really care about me. Right. So it let me know that last year, early on, like, this dude really care about the players. Yeah. And this year, just all the things that they did with the Greenbrier thing, getting to know each other, you could tell that he really loves and care about these guys that he has. And I think that's what's making them play so hard for each other, because everybody has that respect for each other. Everybody cares for each other. And that's special. And it's hard to do in the NFL because that door is revolving. Mm-hmm. You see somebody on Monday, he gone on Tuesday. That's just how it is.
Right.
And for the most part, the Browns have kind of kept their group. Like, they ain't really got too many people coming in and out of that building.
No, it's all been within the building, right? Like, it's all been outside of Joe. I mean, everyone's been in the building
outside
since,
of Joe,
which is great.
Yeah, I mean, they elevate, they use their practice squad guys. They not really bringing in too many people off the street, to get in there. So I think that really plays a part into why you see the success and why you see these guys going so hard. And the number one thing, he's gotten them to buy into, the Super Bowl so much that you don't even hear him talk about personal stats. These guys, Miles usually comes out all the time. Mm-hmm. I want to be Defensive Player of the Year. And now he's like, I'm worried about other things now. So, you got guys that's maybe they not having the best stat-wise year, but they don't care. Like, they just care that they're winning games and they're doing what they got to do to win.
There's a bigger goal ahead.
And that's hard to do. Like, that's because stats equals money. Money equals longevity,
right.
And that's really why a lot of people play this game is for the money. And these guys is bought into like not even caring about their stats right now. So like that you got to give credit to the head coach for getting them all on that same page like that.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real. We got a real love here with these guys, and it's exciting. I have been beefing up my Browns wardrobe outside of my Elijah Moore jersey.
Oh yeah.
And our friends at Homage sent us those fantastic sweatshirts. I had my old school Browns hoodie.
Oh yeah, that the shirt is tough.
Oh, the soft
fire.
But then they even one-upped us more and sent us the new Denzel Ward "Make Them Know Your Name" tee that benefits Denzel Ward's his foundation, his Heart Health Foundation, yes, for education and awareness for heart health and CPR and AED training after losing his father to cardiac arrest in 2016. So Homage is paying homage to his dad and the foundation, and proceeds are going to the foundation from the t-shirts. And we got a shirt sent to us, so thank you, Homage, for doing that. And we are proudly going to be repping it. Tyvis already posted his, so I will be showing mine tomorrow. I'm wearing torque tomorrow.
I had to hit the celebration with mine.
Oh, yeah.
It was, that, you know, man, Denzel is what a guy, man.
I know.
His story is so good. It's just nice to just see somebody that I actually knew. Like, I knew him such a young lad, you know? Yeah, here I am, a senior at Ohio State. This freshman comes in. Of course, I know his father. Rest in peace to Paul, man. He was a really good principal in my school district growing up. But you know, you see this kid come in, and Denzel was just gifted. You know, he was one of those kids that did stuff as a freshman, and you just like, how is he doing it? Like, this dude he's just really gifted, like talent wise. And it's just nice to see him blossom and be the player that he is. That's why he's my favorite player on the Browns.
And he was on the show.
Obviously,
we should have him back, Tyvis. Have him talk
personal
about
reasons,
huh?
Personal reasons.
Yeah, you are vested
we ended up getting him paid, but you know that ain't. Well, we ain't gonna go nowhere with that.
That was right. He was on right before he got that big contract.
Talked him up, got him paid. You know,
we did. It was great. We'll have to have him back for sure. Denzel, come on back.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy. Yeah, really awesome guy.
Well, you can get yours at homage.com. It just got rolled out on 12/28. And we're talking here on New Year's Day, 1/1. So thank you to Homage for supporting such an awesome foundation like that and including us. So yeah, I will be wearing that tomorrow. I think I'm going to be wearing something Browns almost every single week to just kind of keep the flow going. We'll see.
You're a good luck charm, huh?
I'm going to try, you know. Till Sunday, and then we can take it easy this weekend again. It's fantastic, you know, and then we'll get back.
I'm interested to see how post game goes, because it's like, you know,
yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, what are we gonna talk about?
You know what's gonna be the topic is it's gonna start to get with the quarterback discussion. It's gonna start to get more and more heated.
Well, what time will we know who we playing by the time we? Good
question. Look at us. We've been doing all this research on this episode. This is the most research we've done on an episode, I think, ever.
Okay, so the Texans and Colts play Saturday. Okay, so we'll know that. And yeah, by the time the post-game show start, we should know because Jacksonville plays the Titans at 1:00. So yeah, we should have the answer to who we're going to play by the time the post-game starts. So that'll probably be the big topic.
Yeah. Well, and before it starts to get like, you know, more serious and, you know, nose to the ground and gets a little bit more pressure, I'm going to try and really I wanted to just enjoy this episode and just talk happy thoughts and things because we never really get to do that on this
That's true.
podcast.
Start the year off. So we got to start the year off 1-0.
We do.
I know it's a meaningless game, but
and this is a great way to start the year with a happy podcast
12.
Episode.
You know that 12 win. The Browns only reached 12 wins I think one time in the season. I think it was when Bernie said it was when he played.
By the way, I met Bernie on Thursday night. I never
met Bernie.
I never met him. No.
Cool. Cool guy.
Oh, he's great.
He come on the Cleveland show on Thursdays, and
he's great.
Always sit there talking.
Yeah,
cool guy.
That was the first time I met him in person. Of course, I was like, we were talking about a couple different things, and I was like, I got a photo with him, and then I was like, so how wonderful is Taylor Swift?
That's what everybody asked him.
And he was like, oh,
I said, let me hang out. I just want to hang out with you for a weekend because every weekend you was somebody big time.
Man, I got to find a way. There's some people that I know that, I mean, obviously with Travis's Cleveland, you know, ties and everything. There's a couple people that I know that you know, hang with him that I need to start really acting on these relationships here and get myself involved.
The crazy thing is, I have no interest in meeting Taylor Swift at all.
I just feel like her and I would be best friends.
I feel like I wouldn't even.
I know.
I talked to her like I talked to you. Like she'll probably be like, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't really pay attention to sports outside of Travis. But
well,
she's
a football fan now. I love it. Well, enjoy your relaxing weekend, Tyvis. For now,
I wouldn't call it relaxing.
I mean, in the mindset of the Browns. As long as nothing crazy
I'm still
happens.
on edge because I just want to see the young guys go out there and ball.
I know. It's going to be like a weird preseason game, but not really, you know.
They need to get my boy Austin Watkins up there. We need another receiver. I mean, if Elijah going to be out and Amari got heel problems, you know, we need somebody to make some plays. Jarvis Landry is the hot topic going around right now. So.
Yeah, I know.
Tillman got cussed out by Joe Flacco on Thursday night. You see that?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Oh, yeah, he chewed him. He did something bad, and he chewed him out.
Daddy Flacco got mad, huh? Oh, I would have liked to see that.
Did. Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, that does it for us here tonight on the Orange is Oranger. Stay tuned next week. We will have an update on where the Browns sit and who they're going to be playing. And we'll be getting ready for that big matchup. So we're in the playoffs, baby.
Go Browns, baby.
Here we
Super Bowl, here we come.